What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some news. We've got some news on the One Piece trading card game, including a very, very cool new Roanoa Zoro promo, which actually makes me a little bit sad in a weird kind of way, because this is coming out in the upcoming issue of Psycho Jump, which comes out on Friday the 4th of August. Now, I was supposed to be in Japan on the 4th of August. I've had to move my trip back a week. And that means that I'm actually going to be taking off on the 4th, landing kind of late on the 5th. Do I pre-order this book from Amazon Japan? Or do I risk picking it up a couple days after release, finding somewhere to buy it in Japan? I don't know. That's a decision for me to make. What we can say right now, however, is that this promo is coming. And this promo is very, very cool. Personally, for me, I kind of want the promo to be garbage. Because if the promo's garbage, then it means that no one's going to want it. So, yeah. Fingers crossed, eh? So what we've got here is a 4-cost 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000, Land of Wano and Straw Hat Pirates, or Straw Hat Crew, Straw Hat Ally if you really want to go a little bit, pedantic. And there's no skill, but there is a trigger. But it's not the trigger you generally be expecting. What it says is, trigger, KO one of your opponent's 4-cost or lower characters. Cool. But this is weird. This is very, very weird. Like, since the very beginning of the One Piece TCG, we were conditioned that Trigger let you play a character for free. Now, sometimes it just literally lets you play the character for free. Shirahoshi, as a nice example from OPO3. Sometimes it would make you discard a card from your hand to play for free, think like Charlotte Perospero. So sometimes it would make you jump through hoops, but generally you played it for free. That was kind of the point. And then it was all a little bit weird when we had Capone Beige that was revealed. That was from OPO4, because that had a trigger that said, up to one of your opponent's leaders or character cards cannot attack during this turn. So it kind of turned off one of their characters, essentially, which was a little bit weird. And then we've had, things like Carmel in OPO4 that had a trigger, play this card, then KO up to one of your opponent's characters of a cost of 2 or less, but you got to play for free. Things like Capone are weird, and obviously this new Zoro, because we're generally used to having characters that play for free as a trigger, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is very much not that. Because this doesn't play for free, right? That's a very important thing. The trigger, it's not an automatic if there's a trigger you play for free. That is not the way it works. Trigger does whatever Trigger says it does. I suppose that's a fairly obvious statement, but it's true. So here it's really important to note, you don't get to play this character for free. You just get a KO here. That's all you get. But actually you get a KO here. You get to just get a straight KO on one of your opponent's characters. And obviously I'd like it if we got the KO and played it for free. But remember, this is a 4-cost character you get to KO. Whereas, like Carmel, for instance, is a 2-cost character. And there is, I'm sure you understand at this point, a significant difference between KOing a 4-cost and KOing a 2-cost. So, yeah, this is kind of nice. If you're not playing it as a trigger, I don't really like this card. Because there's not really very much to it. Like, if you're not playing this card as a trigger, then it's a 4-cost 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000. Bearing in mind that an ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill standard vanilla card would be 4-cost 6,000 power, counter plus 1,000. You're giving up 1,000 power to give yourself the opportunity here to be picking this as a trigger and then getting that KO. And I honestly think that's fine. That sounds good to me. But that's just something you kind of need to bear in mind here. it is, I think it's fair to say, far from perfect. But getting a KO on a 4-cost or less as a trigger? Yeah. And bearing in mind, yellow has lots of recovery. I mean, take the new Enel, for instance, the one that's coming in OP05, that when you go down to 0 cards in your life, you get to trash a card from your hand and then just put the top card down. So, because yellow's got more recovery, more opportunities to put cards on top of your life, it means that there will be a greater chance that any card in your deck will end up on top of your life. And that's why we see kind of cards like this in yellow, because sure, this card is infinitely better as a trigger, but being yellow, it's way more likely to come out as a trigger. So I like this card. I think it's kind of cool. I'm terrified that I'm not going to pick it up in Japan. I'm not going to be able to find it anywhere. And then I'm going to go onto Amazon Japan and it's going to be out of stock and I'm going to miss out entirely. And I don't know, it's stressful, all right? But the idea of just walking into a Japanese shop and picking this up off the shelf and buying it, oh, it's mighty tempting, ladies and gentlemen. It's mighty tempting. You know what else is mighty tempting? New sleeves! We've got the new set of 4 sleeves, which has gone and been revealed, and we can go and take a look at all of them now. 2 of which are going to look extremely familiar, and 2 of which aren't. So let's start off with the familiar. Let's start off with these. I mean, look, this is pretty obvious, right? It is the key art, so to speak, of Starter Deck 10. Those 3 Captain Starter Deck, yeah, that. It's got Kid, it's got Law, it's got Luffy, they're all there. And honestly, right, if anyone hasn't read the One Piece manga, go and read the One Piece manga. The Shonen Jump app is like £3 a month, not sponsored. It's just really, 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 really good. And it's so much more fun covering the One Piece TCG having read the manga. But basically, you got these 3 who are all working together, and we all know when that happens if we've read it and watched it, and if not, no spoilers. But the point is, this is basically just sleeves, which is evocative of that artwork, and yeah, brilliant, love it, big fan, go team, ladies and gentlemen, go team. Now, this artwork is also one which is hopefully going to look a little bit familiar, because this is literally just the artwork we saw on Luffy. Specifically the Gear 5 promo, the vanilla promo, that was given out at One Piece Day, but I believe is also being given out at some tournaments over around in Japan. It's the same artwork. It's literally that artwork. Remember, there is a different version of the card that is being given out in the anniversary book. Same card, different artwork. But this is the version that was given out at One Piece Day, and I believe is being given out at small tournaments in Japan soon as well. So yeah, if you like that card, you can now have the sleeves. And I always kind of like sleeves that are the same kind of design as cards in your deck, because I kind of love the idea that you draw a card off the top of your deck, and you turn it over and it's got the same artwork as your sleeve. I don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That stuff makes me very happy. Now, we've also got Nami sleeves, and, I mean, look, these are actually very cool sleeves. Nami, obviously, very interested in treasure, and these sleeves just kind of look appropriate. As far as I am aware, and as always, if I've made a mistake or if I've missed or forgotten something, please, please, please do let me know in the comment section. But I don't believe this is artwork that is kind of taken from a particular card or anything like that. I believe this is new artwork, as always. You know, let me know if I'm mistaken. That would be lovely. But I like these sleeves. It was weird with Nami in the manga. She kind of starts off as this, you know, really interesting character and then kind of seems to get less and less interesting as the manga goes along. And I'm saying that because I wanted anyone... I'm not really giving away any plot spoilers or anything, but let me know if you agree with that in the comment section. If you've read One Piece, if you've read the manga, tell me if you agree with that assessment that Nami starts off as this really interesting character and gets less and less interesting as time goes by. Either way, Nami's cool, these sleeves are cool, yay! And then we've got a pile of devil fruits, which I'm not terribly excited about, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, the actual design of the devil fruits has never been particularly interesting to me. I love the idea of devil fruits giving all these different powers. It's superheroes, but devil fruits and such a weird kind of range of powers. So I kind of like devil fruits. Devil fruits are cool. These sleeves, I mean, look, they're fine. Take them or leave them. That's not the point. But we got this new set of sleeves, and it is awesome. Annoyingly, they're releasing on the 26th of August, which is the end of the week. I fly out at the beginning of the week, as in fly back home, they release at the end of the week. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure it will be okay. I don't know how many of you are following this through the videos, but if anybody has remembered, hang on a second, Wossie, weren't you supposed to be landing on the day Starter Deck 10 comes out? Yes, I was. Hey, Wossie, if you put it back a week, does that mean you're no longer landing on the day Starter Deck 10 comes out? Yes, it does. Never mind, eh? For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about all of this, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossie Plays.